Hey everybody, Randy Reviews It here. So today I wanted to make an update video on my Langdon Beretta 92 because there's some news around this. It's not bad news for Langdon. Unlike regular training guy, I had a great experience and I didn't get my email sent to my spam box and then blame Langdon for it. I've always had good experience with Langdon. One of the things that you might have noticed though in my USPSA video is that I originally intended to shoot my Langdon 92 in USPSA and I shot my Langdon PX4 instead. So just to address things, I have recently traded away my Langdon 92 and it's not for any fault of the gun. It's more, if you've watched my videos and kind of seen my tips in the past, 90% I feel like is how well it fits your hand. And with the Beretta 92, it just didn't fit my hand the way that I wanted it to. I tried the palm swell grips, which felt better, but it still didn't lead me to a road where I wanted to be with it. The PX4 felt exponentially better in my hands than the 92. And recently the Glock Gen 5s have felt amazing in my hands as well. With no fault to Langdon, it was a great gun. One of the things that I wanted to update people on and maybe talk about is I had the Volker Precision trigger on it, and at first it felt really amazing. But I kept going back to my Langdon 10th anniversary trigger with a curved trigger, just kind of the standard one, and that started feeling better to me. I don't know if hype in my head that like, oh, this is a flat trigger, or if it just felt like when I was dry firing, the Volker was easier in double action. I'm not necessarily sure, but I think for me, if I was ever going to do a 92 again, I might actually try the short reach trigger in the Beretta 92 rather than the Volker trigger. And I'm just being honest. I know in my previous 92 video, I was raving about the Volker trigger. And then as I got past 6,000 rounds, I believe with that gun, that I got to thinking, maybe the curved trigger isn't so bad. Like, I understand flat triggers are sometimes nice, but I also don't think curved triggers are obsolete or in any way inferior. Kind of round out this update video, the Langdon's awesome. If the Beretta 92 fits you well and you enjoy it, I definitely think that's the top of the line one to get. The real question is, what did I trade it for? So I actually traded it for two guns. One was just kind of thrown in to kind of even things out, but the main one I traded for was this, which, if you can see by the bushing as well, this is a CZ Acu Shadow 2. So this was done up by the CZ Custom Shop, and it's got a little bit more tuning than the regular Shadow 2. It's got a different kind of their Acu bushing and things like that. So it's got a little work done on it. And I'm going to be shooting this, trying to feel what I think. I think this does fit my hand just a little bit better than the Beretta 92. And one of the things in the Beretta 92 that I didn't like, or the things that I didn't like, is the grip felt a little short. Like, I always felt like I really had to choke up on it to get all my fingers on there, which many of you may not have that problem. The other problem was on the beaver tail. This one, you see how it hooks up? The 92 doesn't hook up that much, and it's got two little kind of hot spots in the back corners where it comes to like a pseudo point. And I don't know if you can see it anymore. Right there on my hand, on my thumb. That was a bloody mess about a week ago from me shooting my Beretta. And just that corner of the beaver tail hitting me for round after round after round, rubbing right there. And it just chewed a spot on my thumb, and I had two spots here that were kind of bloody. It didn't fit my hand that well. This seems to be fitting my hand better. Will it fit my hand as good as some of the other things? I'm going to be doing a DASA video. We're going to start off with metal frame guns, and then we're going to go to polymer, and then maybe overall. But I think there's some surprising things in there with what my personal preference is, what you've seen me do videos on, that sort of thing. But yeah, trying out the AccuShadow 2. Excited to get this to the range. I'm going this weekend. If I really end up liking it, I'll probably end up sending this off to get milled for a red dot. I may hold off and try to shoot this in production division. I believe I can shoot it in with just iron sights, because it does have nice adjustable iron sights, a good fiber optic, blacked out rear. It feels really smooth. First impressions, I would say the double action trigger with the CZ Custom Shop is pretty close to a Langdon. I think they're on par with each other. I think the stock Shadow 2 is behind the Langdon 92, but with some trigger work, this does get better. I'm disappointed this doesn't have a decocker, but I understand that's part of the reason why the trigger's a little bit smoother on these. For a carry gun, absolutely not on this. The Langdon 92, you could definitely carry that. You'd be fine. So these aren't necessarily in the same ballpark. I just wanted to give this a go. I felt like it was a decent trade offer, and that's what happened to my Langdon 92. Just wanted to do an update video, let you guys all know if anyone was asking about it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.